He took a kid's moped.
That's it right there, Joe. You're not wired into the fucking animal that you really are. You're actually, you know what Joe is? Joe is a higher being when it comes to shit like that. You and me, we're just a couple of fucking cavemen.
I took a kid's moped back in the day and a CD player. When CD players first came out, he was like a rich kid. He was an only child. And
he had something you didn't.
Yeah, so it's his fault.
He had love and electronics.
Yes. And in college, I get into the English class. We go around the room. Hey, hi, how you doing? I'm Robert. Blah blah blah. And I look at him. I notice him. Like, hey, what's up, man? You remember me? He goes, I remember you. Just still hated me. This was in college. I was 13 when I did that.
Dude, I can relate to that because I lived with this motherfucker for 3 years.
I would just...
Bobby's like most movies. Like, it's the first 2 acts are incredible.
Yeah.
And then the third act comes.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I just want to be walking down the street and watch this kid clip Bobby behind the fucking ear. And then you go, it was revenge for the CD player.
And here's where it turns on Bobby. And by the end of this podcast, we'll be on Billy.
Oh, you think I don't realize that that's coming? Just take your turn, Bob. I lived with Bobby. You know what? I promised my listeners that I was going to tell that story. This is Bobby. This is fucking like we did have a lot of good times. So one time I had an audition for the Conan O'Brien show, and this was the second time I was going to do it. So this is probably like 98 or 99. So I'm living with Bob in this railroad apartment. We got a walk-through bedroom that we're sort of sharing, and then the guy who owns the place, like, it was. You know what? As fucked up as the living conditions were, I mean, we were both paying like $175 a month to live in Manhattan, so it really wasn't that bad. So I had this audition.
Like you could actually see through the floor, though. Sometimes you'd look down, and the super would be looking up into the living room,
the basement. Yeah, when we used to give him shit.
What do you mean you could see through the floor?
There was a hole in the floor.
The floorboards were so separated. The only reason why you couldn't see the basement is because they didn't turn the light on. When you walked by, you just saw this black hole. And when they would go down there to fix something, they turned the light on. And this guy was Polish. So Bobby used to give him shit because the economy was good back then. He would be America number 1, Poland number 7. He used to yell
7?
He said something. But it used to fucking legitimately piss this guy off. So they used
That's funny, man.
And they would be shoving, whatever, like a
broomsticks,
fucking screwdrivers through the fucking hole. I'm going to fucking kill you.
To be funny, or were they really angry?
Yeah, they were both.
A little bit of both. Because they were number 7, and we were number 1 back then.
Those were the days.
Yeah,
those were the days.
Yeah, when Clinton deregulated the banks. Oh, yeah, those were the days. When he signed NAFTA and sent all the factories out of this country.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right, Jesse the body, relax.
Fucking beautiful mind.
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He goes, Jesse the bot. That's not conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
it's
he
true.
is.
No, what I'm saying isn't. If I said that 9/11 was an inside
but
job.
This is the track we're going down.
I get it.
This is Bill. He'll talk about banks, how you can't have money in a bank.
Hey,
banks are screwing you. Mortgage, you
Joe.
fucked. And then you go, all right, what do I do? Nothing. I have no idea.
He yelled at me once before we were doing Uninformed at XM still.
Right.
It was like
and this is where
ago.
it switches on Billy.
4 years ago.
And I'm sitting here taking
he yells at me before.
I'm being a sport.
It's like we're like 2 years into the... We're like 2 years into the fucking show, right? It's like our whatever episode. And we're sitting there trying to figure out what we're going to... Yeah. We're trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. And he's going, dude, this is what I want to talk about, okay? Fucking bankers. Okay. And I go, Billy, I can't talk about the fucking bankers anymore. I don't want to... He goes, what do you want to fucking talk about then, dude? You don't want to talk about anything.
Joe, take the mic away. You be a professional.
No, it's not that I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to talk about the fucking bankers anymore. Dude, you had a fucking crazed look in your eyes back then when you would get all those banker tirades.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was it. I thought it was a wrap.
No, but what I did was no. I still believe that shit. But what I realized there's nothing I can do. I tapped out. I got a fucking dog. I got some gold coins. I'm talking my girl into letting me get a pistol. I'm gonna start growing some zucchini.
You talked to me for an hour one day.
What are you talking about?
You talked to me for an hour one day.
I'll just wave it around and scare people.
You talked to me for an hour one day about the banking situation that scared the fuck out of me so bad. I was literally, I was like, what the fuck? And I go, what do I do?
And I'll tell you what's the sad
and you
thing,
said,
it's all true.
You go, nothing. You can't do shit. I got to go. I'll talk to you later.
I'll tell you the classic. I can't even fucking believe this. Joe is all excited at the end of his show. And we really have to dance around this topic. But at the end of his show, because of the fucking thing you showed him, so you can accept credit cards.
Yeah.
You fucking guys.
Yeah,
I just want to take both your heads.
He described the downfall of Western civilization because I'm using a credit card
I
swipe
didn't.
on my fucking iPhone.
Dude,
Jesus
you're
Christ.
Idiots. Dude, cash.
All
right, and we lost. We lost the battery power. Joe was yelling, "It's a joke," screaming into the mic. Joe, if you're going to yell, just do me a favor so I don't have to fucking try to adjust the levels and
put it really close to my mouth?
Yeah, there you go. And just scream right into it
okay.
so it redlines and they can't
What is that case you have on your phone, Bob?
This is a charger. It charges it double. So you can.
We really just fucked with our listeners because we were just screaming, and now we're over the fight.
Yeah.
But we lived through it in real time, so we got to hear it come down, but they didn't. He was going, "It's a joke," and it just cuts out, and then all of a sudden it goes back to, "Hey, Bobby, what's that thing you have on your phone?"
Yeah, what is that thing?
It's a charger. You put your phone into it, and it charges it, but it has double charge, so you can charge your phone once and twice.
You know what's funny about Bob? He's so into electronics. He is, in my world, he has shit that I won't have until about 2016. He's like Yankee Stadium. To me, you don't get that. It's a sports reference.
No, I get it. The Yanks, the Bronx Bombers.
Bronx Bombers.
Yeah.
The old the Yankee Clipper.
The Derek Jeter, A-Rod. Yeah. Fantastic players. Phenomenal men that have best men that have ever
Joe,
graced the game.
What do you think this year in baseball? You know, it's very competitive in the American League East. I was wondering, who's your top pick?
Well, Bill, my top pick, and they're underdogs, but I've got to go with the A's because the A's have what I call a frontline game. They drive hard and they run deep. So I think they're going to come to the plate. I think they're going to fire out hard, and they're going to bring it home this year.
What do you think about MMA? What's your
MMA, I've always loved Hoyt Gracie.
Hoyt?
Hoyt.
Hoyt?
He's got a name, though.
I call him Hoyt.
Hoyt
Gracie is what you call visceral. He steps into the ring. He knows his goals.
Right.
He doesn't just attack his opponent. He dances with his opponent.
Talk about some of his submission moves. Out of all of his different submissions that he does, what's one of your favorites?
I've always liked the crapper is a good one. That's a good one. Splinter is fantastic.
What was one of your favorite fights that he did with who?
I mean, when he fought.
Blackjack Mulligan. It's all just becoming wrestling.
I'm happy that you came through with a name. I couldn't think of yeah.
No, because when you said the split, when you were talking about him, all his things sounded like wrestling finishing moves. The splinter. The hammer.
The people's elbow. How great was it? The Rock.
So anyways,
back.
If people are just... if people are just tuning in, I'm saying this is streaming live. If your wife just came walking in and she was wondering what you were cackling about, we're hyping our film here, Cheat, that's in the Tribeca Film Festival. And with that, let's get back to the podcast because that was a bad time to hype it because you guys were talking about how The Rock came back.
Oh, it was awesome. Oh, it was fucking awesome. Did
Finally,
you see it?
The Rock has come back.
Yeah, it was awesome. The best part of WrestleMania.
Joe, do you like pancakes? Do you like pancakes?
I'll do it for you. Ask me.
Do you like pancakes, Bill?
You know what?
It doesn't matter what you like.
Why wouldn't you play along, Joe?
Because he stinks.
Because I know it's coming.
You know why he wasn't? Because he's wearing a purple T-shirt.
Yeah, that's not really purple. It's
Purple Joe. Purple Joe.
No, that was the best part of WrestleMania was when they're doing the thing with the off-campus manager now, the unknown manager of of the WWE. So in the middle, did you watch it?
I watched The Rock. I just watched
when they do that thing where in the middle of the match it goes doo-doo-ding, and they're like, "We've received an email from our anonymous manager," and then Rock goes over the laptop and he goes, "As anonymous manager of the WWE, I think." And dude, he doesn't even have to say it. He just fucking looks up. The place is going ape shit, waiting for him to do it. And Bobby, I'm sitting there watching Bobby. Bobby goes, "What? What? Why are they cheering?" And Dawn, his wife, goes, "Bobby, it doesn't matter what he thinks." And I'm like, "Bob, how did you not know that?" And then, of course, he screams it and breaks the fucking laptop. Oh, it was awesome.
Oh, I thought he was going to be that he thinks that you absolutely suck. I thought he was going to go that. He's got so many of them. This is one thing that made The Rock unbelievable that he was, beside the fact, but best performer I ever saw post Ric Flair is the fact that he was prolific, how he just kept coming with new jokes every week. Dude, there was nothing better than late 90s. What was it, 98, 99? Remember that?
2000,
Dude, we used to take nights off from stand-up.
To
and
stay
we would
home.
to stay home and watch Monday Night Raw, and we'd have Keith on the phone, or Patrice or something, and we would just be screaming, laughing. And I wasn't even into wrestling. Those guys, Keith, Patrice, and Bobby, got me back into it. I mean, I hadn't watched it since Greg the Hammer Valentine and
I was in college.
San Martino.
SmackDown was every Thursday, and I was in college. Thursday was a huge bar night in my college. They had all the drink specials and shit. So we would set the VCR back when you had to fucking do that.
With the timer and all that.
And
how great was it when you figured out how to do that?
Oh, it was great. To tape SmackDown, we'd go to the bar, we'd get hammered, and we'd come home at like 2 a.m. and put the SmackDown tape in. Just trash, screaming at the TV. Oh, we'd start wrestling in the fucking apartment.
But nobody,
I
mean, The Rock has the full package. He's big, he's good looking, and he's got mic skills.
Dude, you know what I remembered? I remember we wanted to do. The Rock was so big, we actually contemplated if I was hosting a show or Bobby was hosting a show, we were going to go up and do Rock's finishing move. Remember that shit when he would get you in? What was
the people's elbow.
Not the people's elbow.
Rock bottom.
The rock bottom. Okay.
We were trying to figure out a way down at the Boston Comedy Club. We just finally decided that wooden stage would not would not work.
It was 2 by 2.
We were gonna, on earlier in the week. We were going to have some fake argument. And was going to come up there. And we were just going to get, when he would get you in the rock bottom, then would look at the crowd, and then you just jump up with him, was going to slam me down. I just knew better.
How upset would you get? Because it would happen once in a while where he'd get a guy in the rock bottom, and he was just about to do it, and then the guy would reverse it and rock bottom the Rock. That would make me so angry when that happened.
He's so good. I actually follow him on Twitter, Team Bring It, because I'm part of Team Bring It. And I actually, remember I bought that shirt? I had Bring It. The Bring It shirt, and I cut the sleeves
because
off.
I would still be giving you shit if I saw you in that.
Oh, I think you were in L.A. full-time at that time, right at the end of the apartment. I cut the shirt and cut the sleeves off.
Oh, by the way, Bobby came out to L.A. and went on a hike with me and Nia and my dog. He ended up walking the dog at the end of it.
Yeah.
I was out there. I had the flu. I was in a hotel room the whole time when you guys were out gallivanting around the fucking...
How did you like my dog? Is that a beautiful dog
Beautiful
or what?
dog. If I were to get a dog, I think the next dog I get when one of my dogs dies, which is a few years, as a British Bulldog or what do they call them?
I know that you were telling me. You told Blue Nose Pit Bull.
Blue Nose Pit Bull. I just like them because they look the muscle. They got muscle. They look like a horse.
Yeah, that's what she looks like.
It's like a horse, like a little mini horse. Just a badass
What does it look like, Bob?
A mini horse.
A horse.
A horse.
No, I was psyched. Bob was he's really good with dogs.
Yeah.
And she took right to him.
Yeah, but they actually went and did the whole hike. I stayed at the bottom at a little...
Well, first of all, Bob didn't have any hiking gear, and we were also on flat land, and he was already getting winded. So we actually dropped him off at a restaurant.
They dropped me off at a restaurant at the bottom of the hill.
Restaurant.
Yeah, and I sat on the curb and smoked cigarettes and talked on my cell phone. And everybody was looking at me like a piece of shit.
No, they weren't, Bob. That was like low self-esteem. You're
not supposed to smoke in the front. There's a sign. I was smoking in front of a sign that says "No smoking." In the whole
and people
valley.
actually respect it out there. Out here, it's like you're putting your cigarette out on the no smoking sign.
I didn't see
Nobody
it.
gives a shit.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good little restaurant.
That was an East Coast, West Coast joke.
Okay.
So this movie, Joe,
Yes.
you went we didn't get to go Saturday night to the premiere. And just to let everybody know, it's a short. It's not a lot of people think it's a feature-length movie.
Yeah.
It's a 15-minute short. We produced. Can you stop with your fucking OCD?
Yeah, quit cleaning up, Joe.
Stop cleaning up, and you fucked up. You're grabbing wires now.
Something's fine. It's fine. This is you got to
No,
learn.
it's not fine.
You got to learn how to deal with this, dude. This is a press conference right now. You got to keep talking about the movie, dude. Pretend this is like the cameras.
No, if I was in a press conference and you started cleaning the table, I'd tell you to stop.
Yeah, Joe. You got to relax.
No. I pretend like I'm like paparazzi. This is training for you. You got to just fucking tunnel vision
Joe,
it, dude.
Quit trying to fucking mind fuck us here.
Yeah.
You're out of your...
Quit trying to mind fuck me. It's my house. I'll clean all I want. How about that?
Because we're trying to do a show.
Yeah.
You're moving coffees. You're sweeping crumbs off the
get
table.
I get it.
Yeah, it stinks. Stop
right,
it.
well,
We're guests. We have more rights than you.
know what
We're
it
It
guests.
basically means that you're paying less attention to the conversation that's going on here.
Yes.
You're too busy. You're
you
dealing
think
with
I haven't heard this
up.
fucking speech 800 times in the last week?
What, him hyping the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
I've been doing radio with him all week. I know what he's saying.
He did
So
one.
These are
I was
new
at the
listeners.
premiere. I was there.
Joe
did one
DeRosa
podcast.
is difficult to work with.
He really is, and that's going to be his fucking downfall. He's wordy and he's difficult to work with.
Listen,
Okay.
Joe, he's trying to set you up to talk about you.
Yes.
Why would,
I was going to set you up for the big
well, in that
fucking
case,
night,
all right, I'm
and you're
listening.
cleaning the table.
No, now I'm listening.
So let me get you back on track. See, as stand-up comedians, one of the great things about performing live
Yes.
is